Alright guys, welcome back. So in this part of the video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a simple PHP where we can actually upload data, insert data, through PHP into the database. Alright. So of course you have to have the Apache and also the MySQL running. Okay, so you can see from here both of my services are running. I would have to start my program inside here. So I'm going to create a new folder. Uh, yeah, up to you what you call. I'll call it data ingestion. All right. So inside here, let me just open my command prompt in terminal. This is the part of it. I want to code. So I'll fire up this guy. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start a new file, and this is a PHP file. I will call it insert.php. I'll just save it here. So let's try our PHP command if it's working. I'll just echo hello world. I'll just save it here. So data ingestion insert PHP. So let me start to open up a browser. So what I'll do is, because my server is running, so I'm going to type a localhost slash data ingestion slash insert.php. Yep, you can see that. Yep, my page is working. Okay, my page is working. So the PHP is working. This is perfect. So what I want to do now is that I want to create a PHP where I can insert data into the database. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. Now, before I do insert into database, I think the first thing first is that I need to be able to pass the information from the browser, okay, to the server. So this is what I'm going to do now. So I'm going to come here to show you how to get the data. Because our database, just now we have two things. If you look at the database, we have description and value. So I'm going to do the same thing, which is you're going to insert using get. So in other words, my program is probably look something like that. Description equals to something, and value equals to something. So it has to be something like that. Okay. So now before I proceed, I have to make sure it works here. So let me try that. So we'll insert. I will try to get the data first. So I will do this description, okay, equals to get, okay, yep, get from description. Okay, I have this. I should have another one for value. Okay, I want to see if it's working, so I'll just say it out loud once I get it. Description, equal value. Yep, I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this, and I'm coming back here. I'm using this link. So if I hit enter, I should see test and 1, 2, 3. Description. Okay, descript DES. Description. Okay, make sure the spelling is correct. Yeah, you can see it's working. Now I see test. I don't need that. Yep, test and 1, 2, 3. So now I'm pretty sure that this code is good enough for me to pass information from a browser to the server. So, and then my server of course display it back. Now, okay, what is next is I am going to connect to my database. All right. So I know once you give me the data, it's already inside here. Okay, I can check it here. Then what I need to do is to get the database. Okay, server name equals to localhost. Okay, I'm going to do that. Now what I'm doing now is a very simple version, just to show you the concept. But technically speaking, you're not supposed to use root for production. Yeah, it's just too dangerous, and you should not let the password to be empty. And um, I'm going to use uh, a very very crude and basic way to get the connection done. Okay, just to show you the concept, but you must understand that you must not do this in production server. Well, for production, you have to make sure that you harden the database. You make sure that you're using the correct way of connecting to the database, especially taking input from other user. You want to prevent SQL injection. Yeah. Okay, so this is connection. Let's do the connection. SQLI. Okay, so I'm going to put in all this server name, username, passwords, and database name. Okay, so this guy will try to get connected. Um, what I'm trying to do is try to, of course, you can check the connection now. Of course, we want to check. You can always do this. You can check the connection. Uh, uh, Connection error. Okay, let's see if we have any connection error here. If yeah, if there's an error, I just want to echo. Yeah, error. Okay, just want to do this. Let me refresh and see. Connection error, line 16. Oh no, no, connect error. Sorry, let me save this. Refresh. Okay, no news is good news. In this case, there's no connection error. You have, then will be problem. I think I can also equal. Let me try if I can do this. Connection, connection status. Let me print this guy and see how. Oh yeah, this guy can just print it like that. Let me see. No. Okay, you use the method that I showed you just now. Anyway, I've proven to you the connection is working already. So, just a quick test just now. Okay, so we can use this. No error. Okay, else. Okay, you can do something like that. But usually we don't have to display this sign. Okay, this is good for me. I know I can detect if the connection is no good. Then what I need to do now, I want to insert the data. So insert the data, we know that we use the command, right? Insert into my transaction description, the description and value, right? This is the thing I want to put in. Values. Now this is where the two values that I want to put in, which is this guy and also this guy. Yep. But yeah, so this is how is the command that we used earlier. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this into a command. So let me see. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this. Okay. Let me double quote here. What I want to show you is, let's try let's try echo our this thing out first. Echo to make sure that our command is okay. Okay, see, insert into my transaction. Okay, this is the value I put in. It looks good, but I think mine is the last one is a value. I don't think I need that. Okay, you can always copy and paste this. All right, and then you go to your database, and then let me see if this is working. Semicolon. Insert into transaction. Right. Insert into my transaction. The primary key should be auto-generated. Did I? Or maybe I've forgotten to do that. ID. I should put a 1 here. Comma. Okay. Yeah, probably it's not auto-generate. Okay, test. So which means I have to take care of the ID. Oh my god. Okay, so probably the table just now when I created, I forgot to put in auto-gen. Yeah, you're supposed to auto-gen it, then it will be much easier. But if you don't have that, which means that we need to do an extra work to actually counting the number. Okay, to try counting the number. So let me see. Um, okay, let me see how if we can actually modify and fix this part because I don't think I want to take care the ID generation because if I were to take care of the ID generation then yeah it will be rather painful because every time you insert something you need to make sure that the database is the ID is available. So what I'm going to do is uh, do this. I'm going to do this modify the column ID integer not now auto. This is the part that I think I forgot to put this increment at primary key ID error modify. I don't think I need to do that. Maybe it's just already there. Duplicate entry for primary key. Okay, too bad. Let me drop this table. Show tables. I think I give up changing it. Yeah, because there's data inside. Let me drop this table. Drop table my transaction. Since we are just still it's still empty inside, so it's fine. So no more table. Let's do it again. Create table. My transaction. Okay, my transaction. ID anti not now auto increment primary key comma and then have this description which is a watcher I think I just put 50 earlier value this is decimal put 10 2 close it like that. All right, show tables. Yep, it's back. Of course, now it's empty. All from my transaction. Okay, so let's try to put in things. This command, of course, I didn't key in yet, so I'm going to take this. I want to do the first one. I don't use the word test. I want to use the book. 12 the D like that. Okay, now I got something like that. I'm going to copy this, paste it here, semicolon. Yes, now it worked. Let me try to put in the second book. Maybe it's a drink. Okay, let me see if the data is inside. Select all from so the data is in now. So we are back into business. Okay. So now I'll take this number will increment by its own, and then can actually keep on add more and more data. So this is correct already. So we tested, we copy paste over. This command is working. So once it's working, what is the next thing we need to do is we have to make sure that I want to trigger this guy. Okay, call this guy, I call it MySQL command equals to, yep. So once I have my SQL command, what I'm going to do is I will call the connection. Now again, I have to mention this many times. This is not a proper way of I don't of doing this. Okay, this is not a proper way. This is just a quick way, just to show you how to get it done, and then we want to connection close. Okay, let me try now. So now if I want to save this one, food book pen 130. Okay, I'm not sure if it's inserted. Let's go here, check my transaction again. There you go. Now you can see pen is here. So now this is yep, this is one way, the easiest. I was to me, I think this is the simplest code they put in. Of course you can turn it more fancy, like for example checking this connection is successful or not. If this connection is successful, it will say is that insert is good or the insert is bad. Yeah, you can do something over here. You don't want to do this, you want to do some we call it prepared statement. This is not a prepared statement. A prepared statement will be safer from SQL injection. All right, but this should be good enough for now for you to for us to insert data, without any we just use the URL. It's something like our API call, yeah, for you to store data inside. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Note 55. Yep. And then check the database again. And yeah, we can keep on doing this, and we can have more and more data to be stored inside this database. All right, so I'm going to show you how to retrieve this data as well. Okay, so let's take a short break, and you can continue try to do this yourself and see.